welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new here. Today I'm just going to talk through some postpartum must-haves that I am definitely going to be using for baby number 2. Definitely learned some things the first time around. Now that I have been through it one time, now I know what I'll actually need and I'll be using for baby number 2. So I'm due July 3rd, could be end of June baby. We'll see when she comes, but postpartum is no joke. It's not for the faint of heart. It's not a fun period of your life, but the newborn snuggles make it all worth it. And these products are definitely not in any particular order. I'm just kind of grabbing what I have on hand. So I guess the first thing I'll talk about is this Peri bottle. This Peri bottle is the bomb. Actually, in the hospital, they will provide a Peri bottle, but it's not like this. This is the Frida Mom brand, I think it is. And I think they actually have different colors now. But basically, when you deliver, if you deliver vaginally, you obviously, especially if you have stitches, but you're not supposed to wipe or anything after you use the restroom. So you're basically spritzing yourself off. And I really like this because it's like a little shower head. So you fill this with warm water, and when you go to the bathroom, you have to spray yourself clean as opposed to wiping. But with the hospital Peri bottle that they provide, you have to like get at an awkward angle, and it's just awkward. So I really love that this one has this little angle here, so you don't have to get your wrist in uncomfortable positions. So yeah, this is definitely one that I actually will be packing in my hospital bag, and I love that it can actually condense down to fit better in your bag. So definitely gonna bring this. However, it's not a necessity because the hospital will provide you with one, but if you want to make your life easier, do this one. Next on the list, I have my handy dandy postpartum basket all ready to go. Actually put this together last night, and this will go on top of my toilet, and I'll probably do another one in our guest bathroom as well. But one thing that is super helpful, not necessary, because in the hospital they will provide you with mesh underwear, disposable mesh underwear. They're kind of like shorts. I wasn't a huge fan of them, so I'm actually going to be packing a ton of these. These are the fabulous, elegant, sexy adult diapers. Because in the hospital, they will give you the mesh underwear and then these ginormous pads. It's basically like this. It's just a big old pad. When you give birth to a baby, you will bleed a lot. Again, you haven't had a period for 9 months, so this is kind of like your body just like flushing out everything that it needs to. So I would definitely recommend something like these. These are actually really comfortable. They're high-waisted, and I like that it's just all one, because if I'm putting in these huge pads with the mesh underwear, it just felt like it was sliding around a lot, and I like the fact that this is just more convenient. You can just slip this on rather than doing like 2 different steps, throwing that away. These are just so much easier, and they feel secure. They're not moving around. So I would definitely recommend these. I'm gonna be packing these in my hospital bag, but I have some here because the first couple days I'll be primarily using these ones, and then as you start to die down, you'll start using smaller and smaller pads. I really like these ones because I like full coverage. Just if I have anything smaller from the start, I feel like I would bleed on the bed or something. So I really like these with the wings. Some people don't like the wings. I prefer them. Just gets more coverage in the wings and the back too. Yeah, so just stock up on multiple sizes of pads because you will need them definitely for your 6-week postpartum healing journey. One thing that I am obsessed with, that I loved the first time around with my postpartum, I made DIY Padsicles, and those were amazing. So again, Frida Mom actually does now. They didn't have this when I had my first daughter, but now they actually have like ice packs that you break. But to me, they're a little bit bulky and not as, I mean, they're not expensive, but to do more cost efficient, you just make your own. So they're a little bit bulky. I think they come 10 or 20 in a pack. Anyway, but DIY padsicles, you can just get, I'll probably use different pads, but I'm just going to use this one as an example. You probably don't want to get one with wings for your padsicles, but basically what you do, all you need is aloe vera, witch hazel, that doesn't have any alcohol in it because ouch, and lavender oil. So what you do, I actually got this aloe vera the other day, but you'll basically just cover the entire pad in aloe vera front to back because you want that sucker cold. You cover it, aloe vera, you can use a spoon or whatever, and then this is the witch hazel I have currently. I need to get a different one because I found out that this one actually has alcohol in it, so my bad. But basically then you take a couple of tablespoons of witch hazel and then a couple drops of lavender oil. Once that is done, you fold it back up and you put it in a big Ziploc bag and you store them in the freezer. I made these last time with my mother-in-law and those were like my saving grace. They felt so good because you have a lot of burning, itching, discomfort. So just to have like something that's cold but also healing with the aloe vera and witch hazel and lavender, that definitely helps the healing process and just kind of gives some relief with that icy feeling. So if you're wanting something where you don't have to put a whole thing together, I would recommend the Freedom Mom ice packs that they have. But if you're wanting to do something a little bit more affordable, because I mean, for all these ingredients, you're probably spending around $15, $20, but you can make a buttload of these and just store them in the freezer. I only ended up making 10 the first time around, and I prepped this before I gave birth just so I had them ready to go. But I've made about 10 just to see if I liked it, and I was obsessed, so then I ended up making more, storing them in the freezer. So you just grab it and go. They felt so good. On that note of just taking care of down there, another thing that the hospital will give you are these Tux witch hazel pads. So they'll give you this that you can take home, but I ran out of them quickly because I was obsessed. So basically they come in these little rounds like this. They come in these little rounds, so you'll line them up inside, which I'll line them up inside my adult diaper. And these are super cheap too. They'll give you at the hospital, and you could probably ask for extra to take with you. So I won't be bringing this in my hospital bag because I know that they'll provide me these at the hospital. So I'll just pack this in my little caddy I have over here just to prep that. Another thing that the hospital will provide is Dermaplast. You need this. You need Dermaplast. This is a pain, burn, and itch relief, but it kind of just numbs the area, especially if you've had stitches. I did have a 2nd-degree tear last time. Hopefully I don't have any tearing this time, but the steps that you take, once you go to the bathroom, you do your little Peri Bottle, wash it off, you get either your diaper or your mesh underwear with that giant pad, you spray yourself down there, and then, well, you line this up in the pad, or something that I didn't have last time, but I think it's basically the same thing. Also Freedom Mom. So these are the perennial cooling pad liners. So it's a witch hazel liner, just like this one, but instead of the circles, they are just full long liners. But yeah, they're just full long liners that instead of stacking them, layering them, you can just put them along the line of your pad or diaper or whatever. So I think I will bring this with me to the hospital just to try it out to see if I like it. The only thing is it comes with 24, and maybe that's fine. But with these, like, there's a ton in here. There's 100 in here. And the pack I actually got a twin pack, so 200 of these, plus the hospital gives you these. So this is definitely helpful. But I am excited to try these just for the convenience of not having to layer them. You could just do one line. So we'll see if that helps. Yeah, those are the steps. One more thing for the downstairs area is a sitz bath. This was awesome. This really helped me. And basically, you're not supposed to really submerge in water for, I don't really know how long, but at least for a little bit. You shouldn't just like submerge your whole body in water. But just for like the healing of stitches and stuff, a sitz bath actually goes like in your toilet and you close it and your booty just hangs out in here. And you just fill this with like warm water. You can either use like Epsom salts, or now they actually have like sitz bath blends, I guess you would say, that you can order. I don't have the Epsom salts with me. I still need to get that. But this is something that's nice just to have in your bathroom. So I'd probably recommend this because it definitely helps the healing process, helps it go a little bit faster and easier. Yeah, and that's just what I would recommend. Feels really good. Okay, so yeah, basically all the stuff that I listed kind of just put here in my postpartum kit. Got my Dermaplast. And you can order all of these on Amazon. That's exactly where I got all of this. So I'll link all the stuff that I'm talking about below, just so you can find these exact things as well. Yeah, so that's my little diaper caddy. My postpartum caddy that I will put on top of my toilet. Now I think we'll move on to the boobies. So to help with postpartum for boobies, if you are nursing, find yourself a nursing pad. These are disposable ones, and you can also get reusable ones. I didn't love the reusable ones. I know people who have loved them, so I think it's definitely a personal choice. Because with reusable ones, you can use them, wash them. However, when my milk came in, I had so much milk. I had definitely like an oversupply. So the thing I love about these is just, I'll open one up so you can see. This was definitely my favorite brand last time because of the double tape situation. A lot of the disposable ones will only have one side, and I used that for a little bit, but I noticed the ones that I had on one side, so you basically just like tape it either to your bra or like your shirt, whatever. I noticed with the one sticky one, the other side would kind of ride up and just kind of bunch up, but I like that this is a little bit more secure. If you're comparing pros and cons for the disposable versus the reusable, if the reusable ones had an adhesive back, I'd probably use that. And I think that this absorbs a little bit more. So it definitely is based on like your personal choice plus your milk supply if you are nursing. So I actually put that in my postpartum caddy as well, because I remember first time around, I would like get out of the shower and it would immediately be like, so I'm like, I need to catch it immediately. So yeah, I would definitely recommend these. These are the Bamboobies. This is the brand I love. And this, I got 120. So I'll probably be ordering another one of these just because I soak through them so quickly. But Bamboobies are my favorite brand. And I'll link that below. Got these off of Amazon. You could probably get them at like Target or Walmart, something too. Another thing that is like my number one. This is like the number one thing that I recommend when people who are new moms are like, if you had to recommend one thing, I think this is like a newborn essential / postpartum, but the Hakka. This, I love the Hakka. It's so good. This basically, if you are nursing, you basically put this on the opposite side that you're not nursing. So say I was nursing on this side. So basically you fold it back like this, you squeeze it, press it on, and then it just stays. And it basically catches everything that comes from your other side. So it's not just soaking up in your breast pad. The breast pads are there for like, if you're not nursing, just to catch like little drips here and there, or really big leaks like I had. But if you're nursing, this is the bomb. I mean, when I first started, the first time I used it, I actually filled it up halfway. But then every time I was using it, I actually got like 6 ounces worth of milk just from what I was dripping out, basically nursing on the other side. So I was actually able to get like an entire freezer stash of frozen breast milk from this guy. I rarely pumped, only because when I went back to work, I didn't work too long hours, so I was fine. I didn't need to pump. But on days, if I was like on set for a show, or if it was a show day, basically, then I would bring just like a handheld pump. Those were awesome. I actually never used an electric pump. I know a lot of insurances will cover an electric pump. Our insurance at the time, last time, didn't cover it. So we just didn't get one, and I honestly didn't need it because I got so much milk just from this guy. And a lot of that milk I sent to, you know, my parents, my grandparents, who kind of helped watch Phoenix when she was born. With this though, now they actually have different designs where there's like, I think there's like a suction bottom, and then they have like little stoppers. This one doesn't have it. And I have made the mistake the first couple times that I used it. You know, I would use it, put it on my nightstand, whatever, or kitchen, and I would accidentally knock it over, and that was devastating. So one thing that my mother-in-law actually recommended, just get in a mug when you're done, put it there, because the mug is super sturdy, and even if it moves around a little bit, it's not going to spill out like it would if you knock it over. So I would recommend having this by your bedside. That way, if you're nursing in the night, I would do this, put it in the mug, and I would actually take it to the fridge so it wouldn't go bad, obviously. I definitely recommend the Hakka. That's what I have to say, the Hakka. Okay, another in the booby world that I recommend, nursing bras. You know, it's not necessary to have nursing bras, but it makes your life a whole lot easier. I really love like sports bra nursing bras, and this does have, it's hard to see because it's black, but this does have like the clip that you pull down, just like normal nursing bras. Or I also have the sports bra ones that basically just opens up. It's kind of like a V, it's like loose fabric, so it's definitely not supportive, but I love this one. It has the pads in it, but I like this. I'll probably be bringing this in my hospital bag. I'll probably be wearing this, honestly, when I'm delivering, just because I like wearing black, obviously. So definitely when you're at home, a more comfortable nursing bra, it would be my recommendation, just because you're at home. Postpartum is not fun, so try to make it as comfortable as you can. But if you are going out, this is just like a normal nursing bra, but it's like a gooey material. I think I got this one at Target. I like a good nude bra that can not be seen under like a white t-shirt. So this is what I have like if I'm going out, and again, it has the clips that you can just pull down. Okay, so to help in the breastfeeding department, I would definitely encourage you to get some sort of nursing pillow. This is the Boppy. There's a bunch of other brands, and I can't speak on experience of what I prefer. This was gifted to us, this Boppy, so I really liked it. Some people I know haven't loved it just because I know everybody's torso is so different, but I loved it. Especially, I think it would be super helpful if you did have a C-section, just because you basically put it here, your baby's here. That way you're not having to bend down. I am going to be bringing this with me to the hospital. I did that the first time around, and that was super helpful, especially when you're like just starting out and trying to figure out nursing, because then you're not having to like cram all these other pillows. And I know that the hospital can sometimes, they're using like all their pillows, so to ask for extra pillows, you might get lucky and get some. However, just to have this, to bring your own, is super helpful. And I like, this is just a cover we got off of Amazon, so you can, you know, if you get spills or whatever, you can just throw it in the wash, put it back on. So I really like the Boppy. I know there's like the Snuggle Me organic They now have one. Oh, there's the My Breast Friend, which is funny. But I like the Boppy, just based on my experience using it. Okay, had to go and get these last two things. One lifesaver for your postpartum are painkillers. So I won't be bringing any with me to the hospital because they actually won't allow you to bring your own. They have to supply you painkillers from their personal pharmacy. So you don't need to bring these with you, but to have them on hand at home, because one thing that I didn't realize first time around, when you are nursing, basically signals to your uterus to start contracting back down to its normal size. Because think about it, your uterus was just, it was like the size of a fist, and then it expanded to the size of a watermelon in 9 months, and now in these 6 weeks it's basically trying to condense back to its normal size. So you will feel cramping and contractions. The contractions don't stop once you give birth, unfortunately. So the painkillers will definitely help, and they'll administer them to you in the hospital as regularly as they can, obviously safely, but you'll definitely need them because you'll feel that those contractions and that discomfort once you're nursing. It's every time you nurse too. That's when the contractions start. And I actually hear each child that you have, the contractions are stronger or more uncomfortable. I don't know, but so I'm really looking forward to that. And last thing on my list, there's a bunch of other things that you can use postpartum, but these are like the essentials that I have really loved and the must-haves that I used the first time around. But the last thing on my list is water. You need to drink a lot of water, especially if you're breastfeeding. You're burning so many calories, and the more water you drink, the more milk you produce. So I will definitely be bringing this in my hospital bag. I really like this brand. It's the Awala, I think that's how you say it. I got this at Target, I believe. You can find anything on Amazon. So if I can find the link, I will put it down below. But I love this water bottle. I'm obsessed with it. Just because you have this button, you push it. There was some water in there. But there's like 2 different holes. So basically, you can drink it like a normal water bottle like this, or there's a straw in there. So you can just drink it like this as well, which I really like. Especially, you know, if you're driving and you have water. I am a huge fan of waters that have straws. However, the cups that have straws, you can't like throw it in a bag and it's fine. I really like this because you can just like, I could throw this in my diaper bag or like my hospital bag. It'll be totally fine. It's not gonna spill. You just press this, but I can drink it on the road like this. And I know that the hospital usually, I don't know if this is every hospital, my hospital did this, but they'll give you like one of those hospital cups that you can take home with you. Ours is actually really cute and has like little baby feet on it. But they usually only give that to you after you've given birth. So prior, you should definitely have your own so you can drink water during your labor, and then afterwards when you get home, definitely gonna keep this. I love this because it also keeps it like ice cold. I despise room temperature water. I need mine to be icy cold, but like with ice in it. Okay guys, well that is everything for my postpartum must-haves. I don't think I missed anything that I definitely loved using. Or if you are an experienced mother, comment down below if there is anything that you loved postpartum that really helped you out, or if I forgot anything. Comment down below. I would just love to know. For other moms, if you are a new mom and you're about to give birth, or you're just kind of prepping ahead of time, I think it's super helpful just to have these tips so you know kind of what to expect. Obviously, you can't really expect it until you experience it, but just to have like things prepped is super helpful. If you are expecting, if you're a first-time mom, or if you're not a first-time mom and you're just clicking on a video like this just to refresh, because I know I definitely needed a little bit of a refresher of like, what did I need? And I hope you enjoyed this video, and congratulations! This is such an exciting time. I know I'm super excited just to bring another little newborn home. So that's it for me. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up, and if you could subscribe, that would be amazing. And hope you have a great rest of your day. Bye!